Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
Going for a drive.
The all-new 2024 Mercedes AMG GT63.
4MATIC Plus with race start. F me.
Wow, dude, is it pulled the seatbelt tight before? Oh, all right, horsepower endured.
577 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque from a hand-built 4-liter twin-turbo V8. And now I'm going to floor it in race mode. Oh my. Wow, that downshifted instantly.
And this sounds different than older Mercedes. Like it's got like a higher pitched kind of tone, crispier.
Yes, and the crackles and pops are also crispier. Plus, this is actually a hatchback, so I think we're getting a little bit more crispness out of that because it kind of like echoes in here a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds really, really good. I really like it. The way that they program the crackles and pops is also pretty authentic to being not consistent, and it's like random enough that it's like if I start to play around with it, it won't be as predictive as like a BMW will be.
Never mind.
Good job.
That's kind of similar. This is the all-new generation of AMG GT, and this is based off the SL, which we reviewed last year, except this has a roof, different headlights, different taillights, different grille, I think a fully different body, and it's wider.
And it's also fully developed by AMG as well.
So it's the same but different,
Yep.
but still the same.
Exactly, and I think this thing looks fantastic. The proportions are kind of perfect. It looks amazing.
I love how I think I like everything about the looks of this more than the SL.
Me too.
I love the big grille. I love the shape of the headlights. The taillights have their 3 dots. That's super cool.
Yeah, the headlights look sharp. Like I didn't expect the 3 dots, but I'm like, okay, this works.
And like the shape of the body, like the roof and everything. Do you like it more than the previous gen GT or what?
I'm not really sure because the previous AMG GTs looked awkward, but in a good way.
Yeah.
This doesn't look awkward. This kind of looks like beautiful. You know what I mean? It's like the proportions are all correct.
Yes, and that
It's
one
not
was
like the hood was like 40 feet long.
Jaguar E-Types are like ugly,
Yes.
because they're not proportional, but people love them.
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
then yeah.
Yeah, like this is really, really good looking. And I do have to compliment Mercedes on the spec. The spec is perfect with a silver exterior and this like reddish orange interior,
Yeah.
which I didn't expect. It's not like a blood red.
So orangey.
Yeah, it's amazing. And these seats, I don't find them the most comfortable, but they are very, very supportive.
I like them a lot. I like a nice firm seat.
Yeah, because it's like there's no padding for me in my back, but once I'm in them, they're comfortable enough, and I'm going to send it through Cliche Corner, and they are going to hold me in here in race mode, Yuri. Okay, let's use these paddles to downshift, use this 577 horsepower through here, and it is a certified ripper through here. Like, oh my God, this is so fun through here. We have active anti-roll bars. We've got oversteer when we want it, and it is, for the first time ever, all-wheel drive. It's 4MATIC Plus.
Or a AMG GT.
Yes, the 4MATIC Plus, the little plus, means that we can actually put this into rear-wheel drive mode in drift mode.
Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. I said AMG GT. I meant AMG GT 2-door.
Yes, like SL as well. And you
Because
can,
the AMG GT 4-door was all-wheel drive.
yes, and you can get back seats in here, which we don't have, which is an option, which is also for the first time ever.
Yeah, and then like I think the last one was a trunk or it was a hatch or something felt different about it. This feels like, oh my God, so much room
Yeah.
for the people in the backseat.
But man, is this an absolute ripper. This handles so well. So we have active sway bars that reduce body roll, basically making it 0. It's like how, what's that
GLF.
the DBX 707
Oh,
feels like a
turns in,
car.
yeah.
So it basically like, it just makes it completely flat through the corners. It's incredible to drive this thing. Just like the SL, you can rip that thing.
Does it feel as good as that?
This
SL
feels
to
better,
you?
yeah.
Better? Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it's got a roof.
And the torsional rigidity and all that is
Yeah, well,
up
that's-
because
that's
of
the
that.
roof part.
So 40% higher than the SL.
And then still rear wheel steering.
Yes, so it does opposite directions when you're turning at lower speeds, same direction at higher speeds. And this also gets some cool stuff like active aero that the SL does not have, and this has a nose lift system.
But not really.
Yeah, so it actually has like an air bladder.
I think the air bladder helps reduce drag while driving, and then you can have it tuck away with the button. So it's like you're not lifting the car, but you're getting more clearance.
Exactly, and so what that does is like suck the front end down to the car, use like a Venturi effect to literally suck the car to the road, but seeing it in operation is just kind of funny. And we do have a button to control that on our little mode dials on the steering wheel or through the infotainment as well. And then you can also pre-program that to GPS location, so it will remember that if you have a difficult driveway to get to, you can like program it so it'll automatically do that.
It's like hopping into a cold water. Shrinks them right up.
Yes, that. The steering's really, really good. Like, this thing handles incredibly well, and this 9-speed multi-play clutch feels incredible. The way it downshifts when you leave it in auto or when you use the paddles, it shifts so quickly because it's AMG's tuned, and dude, I am in tune with this vehicle through here. I feel like I could rip this so quickly through here, and it's really well balanced. I love driving this thing, man.
It's so good. They made it like unbelievably good.
Yeah.
And especially with that 4MATIC, it seals the deal.
It's definitely better driving than the previous AMG GT overall. As a objective criticism of the previous vehicle, yes, this is definitely better. And like a lot of journalists like, oh yeah, this is better than the outgoing one. Like, yes, it is typically better than the outgoing one, and this is like a lot better. However, I would like it to be rear-wheel drive, but having the drift mode option with full traction off is still nice that they did that.
But then you're stuck in manual mode.
Yeah, and then this also can vary it 50-50, or it can also be in rear-wheel drive automatically, but you can't control it in normal mode. The car just does that automatically for you. And this engine, which is hand-built, like rips so hard. You can have this basically in any gear. Like, I could be a gear up or two, and the torque will just take it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and then hearing those crackles, like, it's really fun to drive this. They nailed it. It's still an AMG GT, and it feels really, really nice. Like the power, the way that the torque comes on, because this is still normal V8.
Not hybrid.
Yeah. Thank you, AMG Mercedes. You guys are listening.
Well, for performance, yeah.
Yeah. You guys are listening. Thank you.
For feel.
But there is also an AMG GT 55. Yuri, do you think that that's a 4-cylinder turbo hybrid thing?
Please, no.
No, it's a regular.
Is it not just this detuned?
Yeah. It's a 4-liter twin turbo detuned version of this. So even the base 55 is still a twin turbo V8. Thank you, Mercedes.
Until some hackers get in there and turn up the numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Although, to me personally, I don't know if I could buy a GT55.
We're badge snobs.
Yes, because the previous one was just an AMG GT. There was just an AMG GT. Now there's a 55 and a 63. You gotta go with the 63.
Okay. Here. This is a freebie for anyone watching out there. Jacob and I were like, we should start a podcast, but we don't want to. No. We're not going to. I thought the name should be the Badge Snob Podcast.
Oh,
so
really?
if you're out there, that's a freebie to whoever wants it.
All right, next freebie. I love these wheels. We didn't talk enough about the exterior. We'll go a little bit later.
They're like really good. They're really good Mercedes wheels.
Yeah, because there are an option for the kind of typical Mercedes wheels with a lot of spokes. These are much more open spokes, which then lets you see these carbon ceramic brakes, which are an option, and they work really, really well. But the overall package, the way that this looks, is amazing.
Yeah, and what would be the Continental recommended tire for a new AMG GT63?
Well, the Extreme Contact Sport 02 is what I have on one of my Mercedes, and on my SL, I have the Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus. Great tires.
We put your wagon wheels on here.
Oh. I guess we just photoshopped that, didn't we?
Damn.
We being Yuri. All right, Yuri, let's get you into the driver's seat to Photoshop yourself in here.
Is this orange or is this red?
I don't know. You tell me with Photoshop.
Red. It's orange.
This video has been made with AI.
No, it's not.
We have to tag it.
We don't do that. You get the seatbelt, right? I usually. Let's try reaching low.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Much better. Look, I just got this.
And this not having seatbelt givers, it's actually not bad. I think the position of the seatbelt is in an appropriate spot.
So you sure this race start is actually good?
Yes, Yuri.
It's like Van Halen. Okay, I like the seatbelt tightening. That's cool.
Yes, and the way that those crackles come on, in the upper RPMs, it feels like I can hear crackles while it's still accelerating. I've never heard that from an AMG before.
This is really good. This is nice.
0 to 60 is like in the 3-second range, which I mean is pretty quick. And this kind of weighs a lot. It's like 4,700 pounds, but it kind of hides its weight really well.
Looks.
Yeah.
Such a good body lines. Everything just works so well on this.
Yeah.
I think it does look better than the older one.
Yeah, like the proportions are just right.
thing is, where are you going to put a front plate on this? This one doesn't have a front plate. I saw one and it was like on the side. I'm like, okay, better than I think the last gen one that we drove.
This is worth any ticket you're going to get. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it looks good. And then on the back, we do have a little spoiler that pops up. However, I have seen a hard-mounted spoiler, a bigger one for like an aero kit, which I like the look of more.
Yeah, that would also make sense.
And then like all AMGs, we got the double square dual exhaust.
And it's encompassed in carbon fiber on the outside because we do have a carbon fiber gloss package.
What else should we do from the outside?
Take a listen to it.
From the outside. In neutral. Okay, still rev limits me to 4.
Yeah, but at least you can do it.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
definitely not cool enough to like rev at kids.
Don't ever do that.
If you did that, they'd be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Come on.
And we do have a bunch of drive modes that you can control with your steering wheel knob, so you are in race. And you can also control your AMG dynamics through Cliche Corner. And yep.
A little dusty through there.
This feels incredible, dude.
This is really...
It's so planted.
You can lean into it so hard.
Yeah, and it's still so flat. And the steering's great.
Like the steering wheel feels very like ovally.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, steering wheel customization. We've got all those things there. I think you mentioned that, right? We got the double bars, so you can capacitive touch everything. You can change your gauge cluster. I've got it on the normal one right now. You can make it super crazy.
Yeah, the classic is, I think, my favorite as well.
And then I noticed we got the screen like the SL, but no tilt. I guess because you don't need to worry about sun glare because it's not a convertible.
Exactly.
Then you have your track pace in here, which you would probably actually really use, and it's probably really good now because it's been like 6 years since we started messing with it on like iPhone 6s, right?
Yeah,
now we're like on iPhone 15s, I think.
Yeah. Steve Jobs was still alive when Track Phase 1 was
he?
No, probably not.
And then we do have Hey Mercedes as well. Okay, let's see. We did disable it, but if I click the button, you think it'll play SiriusXM Channel 9?
Maybe.
Play SiriusXM Channel 9.
It worked.
Hey! Better than a BMW, confirmed. And then other interior stuff, full 360 camera, that's nice.
Yeah, super high res as well. And it has a front bumper camera that automatically comes up when you're parking, which I really appreciated considering how low the nose is on this.
Yeah, is the nose as long as the last one?
What part of the nose?
The
No, there's no way.
yeah.
There's no way. Because the proportions wouldn't work that way.
Okay, but this is motor in the front, transmission in the front, where the last one was transaxle.
Oh, yeah, okay, so they changed the distribution.
And maybe that's why we have
Back
an
seats?
option for seats at the back.
And a large trunk.
And I guess with this being rear wheel, or all-wheel drive instead of just rear wheel drive, they had to change a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, for sure. And more on the spec on this interior. I love this carbon fiber. Definitely get this. Just don't get the gloss black, please.
I love the gloss carbon fiber in this. It matches very well, especially with like the orangey red. This is like that Ferrari orangey red that actually looks more red on camera.
Right.
That's what this reminds me of.
They had to make that
interior
special color because they
Yeah.
weren't happy with what it looked like on TV.
Yeah, and then you got a nice head-up display. That's good. Very easy to see, so you don't have to look down your gauges when you're absolutely flying.
And you can customize that really easily through your settings on your little...
Yeah, I've gotten good at it. My muscle memory of Mercedes Infotainment. And like a lot of these graphics I was telling you is like, it's been the same kind of like horizon space kind of future graphic.
Yep,
For the last like 6-7 years. And it's cool they're sticking with that. Then our sunroof, I was looking for the button which will make it fade to black and all that stuff. Now it's by hand.
Yeah, there's no electrochromic one.
But I think you can also get a normal roof. That's not
yeah,
a
because this
sunroof.
is a pano roof
But
option.
I don't think it's carbon fiber. No
Yeah.
carbon fiber roof option yet. But I guess they slowly bring that out until they have the AMG
The
GT
Black Series.
Black.
And in here, I really like these vents. And you know what would be super sick? These vents as the wheels. How unreal would these like turbine style vents and leave the center caps?
Dude, that was the idea. That's thinking like a true badge snob podcaster.
Like this should be a wheel.
That should be a
Mercedes?
wheel. That should be a wheel. There's no structural rigidity. It's too thin, but I love it.
Yeah. Just forge them. It'll be fine.
It's
These
just
are
so
forged.
much wind resistance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check the visors.
Ooh.
There's no way they'll pass it, will it?
Yeah, it's a
3,
coupe.
2, 1.
Yes!
Oh!
Because it's a coupe.
I did not expect that.
I had a feeling it should
Okay,
pass.
cup holders right here.
Yes. Full pass, and we have an ashtray. Which is
Ashtray.
an option.
Whoa, this is a really small
yeah.
ashtray. Looks like that the cup holders will be very tricky.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we do have a wireless charger down there.
Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wired
Wired.
and wireless. Jinx. The
Jinx, man, I
armrest.
can't talk.
middle fold one. I
Yep.
love this color orange. It's so nice.
I couldn't believe it when I got in here because I expected like a typical blood red that Mercedes has always done.
Man, I don't like carbon fiber interiors, but this is so glossy that I really, really like it.
Yeah, and these seats, although they're not cushiony, they're so well bolstered. You can get like less race seats than these, but I mean these look cool enough.
Let me go through the infotainment and check out the massage option for the seats.
We only have the seat kinetics in here. You can get massage, not on these.
Close enough. And then you can still adjust all your lumbar and side bolstering through the infotainment, which I haven't done in a Mercedes in a while. But it is nice because, like, you know, that Lexus we were driving didn't have up and down lumbar, and this has like all this.
Oh, like infinite. Like, watch, I could put it to the top of your spine.
And it's like such a small, thin seat, and they still managed to have that all fit in.
Exactly. And then we have really nice ambient lighting in here. We have those nice classic Mercedes Miami Rose and all those fun names and stuff. And then for drive modes, you can customize everything with this AMG button as well. So you can go through all your individual settings, suspension, drive, dynamics, and then also control it through the steering wheel.
You know what I really like?
What? I don't, Yuri. This Burmeister sound system?
No, I mean I do, but I really like the light show when you turn the car on, turn the car off, and like lock it and stuff like that.
Fun fact, let me just show you what exists in there because I couldn't believe it at first. How do I find this? It's a little bit confusing.
Is it ambient light effects?
No, it's to do with lighting, but not the lighting that you're thinking of. The lighting that you just spoke about. Here we go. Light, interior, exterior lighting. Damn it, where was it? Digital light. Farewell, welcome. You can change what the lighting pattern is. Digital rain or AMG pattern.
That's cool. That's why you're paying the big bucks for one of these.
And as far as I know, this is not a downloadable subscription. So there you go.
Okay, we have our favorites. If we slide down the infotainment, you know, there's a learning curve to this stuff, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. We even got drag race mode.
Yeah, dude.
Browser. Are you gonna use browser? Are you gonna
never
search the internet?
Yeah.
Do people even use browsers anymore? It's like it doesn't have an app. I'm not going.
Exactly.
I assume everything's got cookies. It's gonna track me and give me a
yeah,
virus.
Exactly. This also has an optional dash camera up here as well.
Nice.
And if you did want to daily this thing, the suspension is really good. It varies a lot from Comfort to Sport Plus. Sport Plus, a little bit too stiff, but it's appropriate for Cliche Corner.
You know what? With my bad back, the Sport Plus has been fine. Let me put it into full comfort.
You can really feel the dampers just kind of like firming up, but if you're in Comfort, all those little bumps and imperfections have been smoothed out a little bit, and to the point that you can still daily this no problem, in my opinion. And then dailying this thing, you also have adaptive cruise, lane keep assist, lane centering.
Like the really, really good stuff.
It'll even change lanes for you automatically without you even signaling. Like you can, it has all that cool good stuff which you can customize and turn off or on.
Yeah, going nice and slow in comfort mode. I think it does the thing where the needle goes before the transmission actually switches over, but it tricked me and I'm already.
Try the same thing in race. So switch that dial over to race, and now that we're chilling.
Will race even let me go? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Very, very similar right off the start, but then you get backfires, and I think it pulls a little harder.
Yeah, you definitely get backfires in upper modes. You don't get them in
So it's good that if you're chilling in comfort and you still need to go, it goes quick, 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 quick.
And you can also turn on the exhaust in comfort, but then you get the loud exhaust without the burbles. So if you don't want the crackles, you can customize that for your individual mode. See? A little bit, but way less.
Yeah.
So is that everything with the new, I keep wanting to call this the SL, the AMG GT?
Probably not, but I think that's as much as we're going to talk about today. I think it's time we get to the price.
It starts at $195,000
Canadian,
which is less than the SL, and this one is $233,005.
This thing is so fast with the all-wheel drive that it feels like it has to be that price.
Yeah, and this has more power than the previous AMG GTR. So like the starting point of this is higher than the last like year top.
But if I couldn't afford this, you know what I'd be very happy with?
What?
One of like the first year AMG GTs, not in the seats, like the narrow body, non-wide body with the grille that went like across the logo. Like look up those on tsp.truecar.com. Also look up these on tsp.truecar.com. That is like one of my favorite looks. There was like that orangey yellow paint. That would be my choice if I couldn't afford this.
Yeah, I think that was Solar Beam Yellow, but I would actually have to go with one of the GTCs. I love the wide body.
Would you go convertible or?
Because
remember before it was SL.
I know. I think I would have to go with the coupe.
Coupes look so cool.
Yeah, just because the proportions are awkward, I think it's like way cooler. But I
Yeah.
mean, this is just gorgeous. So it's like, yeah, you can't go wrong with AMG GTs ever.
Let us know which AMG GT is your favorite.
Thanks for watching.
C, R, Black, 55, 63.
Good job.
I'm probably missing a few.
No, I think you got them all.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
See you at the next video.
And if you're not subscribed, take a second right now and subscribe.
Yeah. And watch, we're gonna say like this video, and the like thing just popped up at the bottom below the YouTube thing. I've seen that.
Actually?
Yeah, it does like a little dance thing.
What?
Yeah.